The film opens with beautiful scenes of Corsica, where two friends, Antoine and Laurent, travel with their teenage daughters, Louna and Marie, to spend the holidays at the old beach house. When they enter the house, Antoine gives a tour of the place, but the girls start complaining. Marie says the boar's head on the wall is scary, so she doesn't want to stay there. Louna says there is no network coverage, so Laurent asks her to stop being stereotyped and look outside. Its two beautiful wild boars are running in the forest, the beach is here, and it is pollution-free. What else do you want? The entire house is grubby because no one has lived in the house for a long time. All the furniture is outdated and covered with dust. When the girls entered the room, they started screaming, and Laurent rushed to their room. It turned out a mouse was lying on the floor. Laurent said he'd buy rat killers to get rid of them. No need to worry about them. Antoine goes to his father's grave and tries to call his wife, but she doesn't answer. He leaves her a message and returns home. Antoine then informs Louna that he was calling her mother, but she didn't pick up the phone. Louna asked where you found the network, and he replied near your grandfather's grave. Louna gets excited, at least we have a signal strength here. Louna and Marie then go to the grandfather's grave to check updates on their social accounts. Marie gets the brilliant idea to take creative photos and upload them on their social account. They find out their mutual friend Roman on Facebook is single in Corsica, so Marie sends a message to meet him. Antoine is a conservative father, however, Laurent is the complete opposite and a cool dad. Girls then took permission to go out with friends after minor arguments. Both fathers agreed that they must return home at midnight by cab, not by scooter.
Mais ça va, papa, on n'est plus des bébés, quoi.
Louna says to Marie that Roman is not mature and is a kid. Therefore, she shouldn't go on a date with him. Marie replied Roman is brilliant. Louna then says that Romain has devoted his life to PlayStation and has no life goals. But Marie doesn't care, nor will she spend her entire life with him. However, Louna is the polar opposite of Marie. She admires the mature, witty, and clever gentleman.
Mais non, on va sur la plage, on va rejoindre des potes.
Later that evening, Antoine instructs the cab driver to return them by 1:30 and not to take them to the club. To pass the time, Antoine and Laurent play bocce ball. While playing, they discuss marriage troubles, and Laurent eventually admits he feels alone after the divorce. Antoine recommends starting a new relationship. Instead of going to the beach, girls head directly to the club and have a good time. On the other hand, Antoine is concerned since it is too late when the girls return home on the scooter with friends and are dead drunk. Antoine was already quite angry because of their dissident, so he starts yelling at them.
Pas du tout bourré, regarde.
As a cool dad, Laurent urged the girls to go to bed immediately. The following day they all go trekking to Lovers Falls. When they arrive, the guide instructs them to descend in pairs. Hence it's a Lovers Falls. Louna chose Laurent as a partner. Louna begins to panic in the middle of the descent. Laurent cuddles her and helps her to calm down. Louna starts to fall for him due to his kind act. She has always desired a mature and humorous man.
T'es magnifique, tu m'as beaucoup impressionné.
While Antoine is talking to his wife, Louna takes advantage of the situation and purposefully exposes her magnificent beauty to entice Laurent. He observes while attempting to hide it. That evening Laurent notices a girl working at the food stand, whom Antoine has a crush on her. In the meantime, Louna requests permission to attend the beach party. Mind-blowing, girl, you came at the right time because Antoine also wants to be alone. Antoine agrees on one condition: Laurent must accompany them. That was a great decision made by Antoine because it was exactly what Louna desired. They then go beach party while Antoine heads to ask this stunning girl out on a date.
Checkpoint ici dans 1 heure. Tiens, mais c'est pour les deux, vous ouvrez pas la gueule, je vous ai à l'œil.
Laurent drinks at the bar while Marie and Louna head directly to the floor to dance with the same boys they met at the club. Laurent encounters a gorgeous girl there, offers her a drink, and flirts with her. Louna dislikes it and complains to Marie, but she does not see anything wrong since her father is divorced. Furthermore, Louna characterizes the woman as elderly, unattractive, and controlling. Marie gets angry and asks, "What the heck is wrong with you?" Louna rushes to the bar to separate Laurent and the lady due to her intense jealousy. She finally succeeded by splitting them. Meanwhile, Antoine's date fails miserably. Now we see Louna and Laurent dancing and having a great time. Mare sneaks off the party to spend the night with her boyfriend. When Antoine returns home, he discovers a wild boar running out of the garden. While walking along the beach, Louna encourages Laurent to swim to clear his head. Laurent refuses because the water is too cold, and he fears sinking. However, Louna dives into the water. Laurent followed her lead as well. Louna then suddenly jumps on him and starts kissing him. Laurent pulls her away. Louna then comes out of the water and settles down on the sand. She apologizes to him and claims that her parents' ongoing argument drove her insane.
Non, je te juge pas, c'est pas ça que je voulais dire.
To get closer, Louna excuses herself by claiming to be chilly. She starts kissing him again. Unfortunately, they did it, and that was a terrible mistake which mustn't ever happen. When they return home, they notice Antoine holding the gun. Laurent got scared, but then it turned out he was trying to hunt wild boars. If Antoine gets wind of what Laurent has done with his darling daughter, Antoine will not hesitate for a second to put a bullet in him. Antoine inquires about Marie, and Laurent responds that she will stay with a friend. Both of them get a goodnight kiss from Louna before she heads to bed. Antoine looked astonished but didn't get skeptical of it. The next morning Louna appears and kisses Laurent, but he stops her and claims last night was just a mistake and nothing. She eventually heads to the courtyard for breakfast. Marie is surprised that she is wearing Laurent's boxers. She quickly understands they did it last night. Marie also casts a bitter gaze toward her father.
Il est sympa ton pyjama.
Inside the room, Louna inquired about Marie's date with Romain. Marie is angry and refuses to speak with her. Antoine and Laurent visit the market to purchase an electric fence energizer to keep boars out of their garden. In addition, Louna is sunbathing while Marie and her boyfriend are having fun. Laurent dives into the water. Since Louna is in love, she chases him. He tries to convince her that last night was meaningless to him. It was a horrible mistake, and because she is minor, it is best to forget it. However, Marie had had enough of their love drama and approached Antoine, asking, "Don't you have anything else to look at, aside from reading that pamphlet?"
C'est normal que t'assumes pas, mais je l'ai vu dans tes yeux hier, je sais que tu m'aimes.
Louna refuses to understand since she is madly in love with him. Laurent tried to confess that evening when they were putting in an electric board fence. Laurent was about to admit it when Antoine intervened and changed the subject. Later that night, Louna sneaks into Laurent's room to sleep with him. He attempts to send her away, but she screams and threatens to tell her father if he doesn't let her stay. Things are getting out of control for Laurent. He wakes her up in the morning and begs Louna to leave the room quickly before anybody notices her presence. She vowed to stay until he told her "I love you."
Dis-le encore.
Je t'aime, j'ai dit. Je t'aime.
Marie, nonetheless, spotted her leaving Laurent's room. Louna then tries to convince Marie that she is in love with Laurent. Marie is already angry with Louna, refuses to listen, even insults Louna, and goes down to sleep on the couch. When Antoine asks Marie why she is sleeping on the sofa, she speaks aggressively to him. He goes directly to Laurent's room and says that's unacceptable. Either you teach Marie manners, or I will. He takes a deep breath and praises God that his secret is still safe. Antoine is the only person who has no idea what is happening inside the house beneath his nose. Laurent is in a tricky situation. He will lose his genuine and closest buddy if he speaks up. However, he also risks losing control of his blossoming daughter if he does not. Later Antoine inquires about Marie about her issue at the beach and offers to help if she needs to pass on a message to her father, or if there is anything else they can discuss. Louna and Antoine are trying to rent a jet ski trip, but neither has a permit. Antoine requests that Laurent accompany her on the journey, but Laurent declines, stating that he prefers to go alone. At that point, Louna begins chatting about the beach party. He offers to take her along right away. That evening Louna starts flirting with Laurent by doing footsies under the table while playing cards, even though her father is sitting beside her. Finally, Marie inquired about Laurent's ex-girlfriend Amandine and advised him to invite her to come over.
Mais c'est qui elle?
Laurent agrees to invite her. Louna shortly becomes jealous. Marie then leaves in the middle of the game because her chauffeur has arrived, and Antoine goes to make a call to his wife. Louna makes a harsh inquiry regarding his ex-girlfriend. He responds, "Louna, you have no right to question me because you are not my wife." When she tries to kiss him, Laurent not only pushes her away but also insults her. While crying, she goes into the room. Louna goes to her father's room the following day and tells him her lover ditched her. She is utterly heartbroken. Antoine investigates, "Who is this person, and did you make love with him?" She says, "Yeah," and he is rather elderly. He's curious about this guy's age.
Il a ton âge, c'est pas pour ça que c'est un vieux con.
Later, while sitting outside a cafe, Antoine becomes paranoid and asserts to murder the older man who lays a hand on his belovingly beautiful daughter. Laurent asks her whether she mentioned the person. Antoine responds that he will discover the truth eventually. He requests Laurent's help in locating the elderly guy.
Pourquoi tu lui as pas dit que c'était toi? Tous nos problèmes seraient réglés.
Antoine asks Marie about the elderly guy. She refused to reveal the name and advised him to review Luna's call history to find the appropriate answer to his query. Well, that's a fantastic idea. Why don't you tell him straight the person he is looking for is your father? Laurent and Antoine are sitting at a beachside cafe in the mid-evening. He then follows Marie's instructions by snooping in Luna's bag and taking out her cell phone as Luna is playing paddleball with her friend. Laurent desperately tries to stop him, but Antoine is determined to identify the person, so he attempts to crack the phone code. Unfortunately, he fails, and Laurent feels relieved. To get the information from Luna, Laurent takes her out to dinner at Antoine's suggestion. But when he already knows the solution, how will he proceed? Meanwhile, Antoine is eagerly waiting for Laurent to get home. However, Luna considers this dinner as their first date and shares the Facebook photo. Laurent reminds her, "Do you know your father is determined to murder your secret lover?" Laurent begs her to remove it right away. He also implores her not to say anything to her father upon return home. Luna goes straight to bed when they come back home. Antoine begins to fire the questions. Laurent has no choice but to raise a finger at the DJ who played music at the beach party since he is under duress. Because Antoine has gone insane, they rush to the club, where the DJ is playing music. Antoine is drinking excessively and anxiously waiting for DJ to take a break, while Laurent says he's not convinced he is the right guy and urges him to stop drinking and return home. Antoine is not willing to listen since he has already made up his mind. When DJ goes to the restroom, Antoine follows him and violently beats him. Antoine is dragged away by Laurent and brought back to house. When Antoine heard a commotion in the garden, he believed he was shooting a wild boar but accidentally shot the neighbor's dog. After that, they bury the dog and head to bed. The next morning, Laurent asks for forgiveness from his daughter for what he has done, but she doesn't want to talk about it. They then venture into the forest with their neighbors to go wild boar hunting. Laurent tells Antoine that he slept with Luna and that the person you are dying to murder is him since he can no longer bear the weight of lying. Antoine becomes irrational. He starts hitting him. Meanwhile, Luna apologizes to Marie and asks her forgiveness for Laurent. She is responsible for what occurred at a beach party. In the evening, Antoine returns home alone. He discovers that Luna and Marie went to a party from a note he finds on the kitchen table. While Laurent started strolling towards home, Antoine seated in the yard. Laurent enters the house, passing him with a gentle gait. He starts packing the items up right away. The long night ended. When the girls arrive in the morning, they inquire about what happened. Antoine says, "We are waiting for you." That was one wild moment. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and turn on the notification so you won't miss the next recap. Until then, cheers.